Oh, here we go. Start smoking. You'll never be the same. I'll tell you my story about smoking. When I was in boot camp, I was 19 years old. I was on my way to Vietnam, and I was a Navy Seabee. Anybody here ever heard of the Seabees?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
I used to work this up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I was with the Navy Seabees, and when I was in boot camp, they'd given us a couple packages of cigarettes. And so I thought, okay, I've never really done this before, but I'll give it a try. Machismo. You know what machismo means? That's Mexican for I'm tougher than you are. So anyway, I had smoked my cigarette and I was sick as a dog for a while. And then all of a sudden I couldn't sleep with darn either. And I'm thinking, okay, it's got to do with the fact that we're going to bed at 8 o'clock at night and we're getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning and marching around and doing crazy stuff. And so over time, my sleep habits just got worse and worse. And then what happened is we'd have to go work on something. And the chief petty officer would get up there and it says, okay, you guys, you've worked long enough right now, and so light them up if you got them. That's what he would say. Light them up if you got them. And you know what that means? If you don't smoke a cigarette, you're going back to work. So guess what we'd all do? Well, anyway, as we got towards the end of boot camp and I was headed off to my technical school, I ran out of cigarettes. And so I went to one guy and he goes, no, I'm about out too. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? This cigarette thing is really stupid. Because if I were to go buy a package of those things and light it, that's like taking a dollar bill and just burning it. Or more than that, and so this is back in the 70s, so it's a little bit less expensive. And I get to thinking, why? I don't even want to do that anymore. And then it dawned on me that the cigarettes were part of the reason I was having a hard time going to sleep. There is a substance in cigarettes called nicotine that is a very strong stimulant. I didn't know any of that back at the time. And then finally it dawned on me that said, no wonder, because when I quit smoking, I was able to actually start sleeping again and going to bed at the right time and getting up at a regular basis. Make sense?